Good morning. This is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching, and I'm going to do a trade review this weekend of each product that I trade. My goal is to get through Gold, CL, NQ, and ES by the end of the weekend and review Friday's trade data. The point that I want to point out is if you follow the process, in my opinion, should be net profitable when you go through a day. If you follow the process mechanically, you should be net profitable. Is that 100% profitable? No. Is it profitable? Yes. And I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to demonstrate it in real time. Well, I'll demonstrate it real time in the room when it's working, but when the market's open. But over the weekend, we're going to go through and we're going to set up bar by bar the best I can. Just before I start, I have to flash this up. If you'll take a look at this, if you don't like what it says, you can leave. I'm cool with it. It's just a quick legal notice. Basically, past performance not indicative of future results. This is for educational purposes only, and you can lose a lot of money trading futures. Take your day trading seriously, right? Next, if you want to get a hold of me or ask for a trial to the room, you can reach me here at TRADEnPERFORM at gmail.com. I will tell you right now, the room is not cheap or expensive. It's $279 a month if you want the algo on your desktop, but it has significant trading advantages, which I hope to demonstrate here in just a second. So that's how you get a hold of me. Come and learn with me either way, right? It's a good experience. At any rate, let's get started. So number one, we are looking at 8 in the morning, right? So we're going to start right here. And the first thing I'm going to do when I'm looking at 8 in the morning is I'm going to go to my 15-minute and my 5-minute charts, right? And what I want to do is these are called Apex, TnP Apex algos, okay? And they tell me where someone tried to turn the market and use significant force in an effort to do that. So when I'm coming in here at 8 o'clock, right? So this is my line at 8 a.m. and I am looking. So I remember when I see this, this is what I would see on my screen when I'm coming in at 8 o'clock. This would be the view that I have. These are the algos based on smaller and different time frame function. These are 15-minute and 5-minute bars to the right. So the two to the right, the one in the middle is 15, the one to the right is 5, the one to the left is where I'm actually making my trading decision. So when I come in, I am looking at, and this is designed primarily for the team members, right? So if I'm looking at this chart, I'm going to mark off my 5-minute. Let me erase the lines. I'm going to mark off my 5-minute with a yellow line. So I'm going to look at this and this. That's what's my immediate purview. And what I want is the market to trade underneath those yellow lines. And then I want it to set up from the algo. Now I'm going to mark off the 15-minute a little bit differently. And I only have one thing to mark off, so I'm going to use the other tool. I'll mark it off right here. Okay, there we go. So those are the two areas. So basically, when I come in at 8 o'clock and I'm looking, I want to trade underneath 74.95. Now, what I really want, so the minimal standard is just the actual price trades underneath. The highest standard is that I get a physical close underneath on the Renko 6-tick. And we're going to use that as our measure today, not the weakest. We're going to use the physical close underneath. So the market opens, I do nothing. Now, here I do nothing because it just wicks underneath. But now I have a physical close underneath right there at 819, okay? So I'm just going to slowly tick to the right. And I'm going to tell you which bar I'll take. Okay, that bar, this is purple bar followed by engulfing. I know this is engulfing because I got the little diamond above. That algo, it has actually multiple algos in that pink bar, but I am long that pink bar. I'm going to go long right here at 74.75. Here I will, let's do this. There we go. So 74.76 is my entry. Here I'm going to jot this down on a WordPad so I can keep up with it really quick. let's drag this. So 74, 74, 76. Now, one of the unique parts of the process is that there's a defined stop. I do not want it to. I do not want it to go below the bottom of this bar. Okay, so I'm going to use 74.58 as a stop. 74.58. That means my risk is exactly, if I enter 74.76, so that's 66, right? And so 56 would be 20, 18 ticks a stop. I have $180 of risk. So let's just be clear. If I'm going to shoot for a 1-to-1 or better on my risk, which means it's 74.76, let's just go ahead and shoot for 20 cents on the trade. Usually I would shoot for 15, but let's use 20 cents as our barrier to see if we can get it. Okay, it's almost 1-to-1. It's a high win rate. So I need to get 74.95 or I get stopped, right? That's the first trade of the day right there. Oops, I got to come back over. 74.81, 86. So remember, I got a dime now. There's 92. There's 98. Okay, so I now have achieved my, from 76 to 96 is 20 cents. I've now achieved my 1-to-1 RR. I'm plus 20 cents on the day, or $200 a contract in the futures, right? Now, my target, by the way, if I'm looking to shoot somewhere, is I'm going to shoot for either this apex up here, this is separate, right? My apex up here, and or if I go back and look to the left a little bit, the apex up over here at 75.43. But that is my first trade. It's the first time underneath, and I've achieved my goal. Right now, this is no longer good, and this is no longer good. I've had my trade, right? So I'm going to cut this right here. Hopefully I get this to do all automatically here within a couple of days. And I'm going to cut this right here. Okay, that trade is done. So now I am looking. You'll notice on the 5-minute, I have to go back and look to see if I have an apex higher. And the one that I would be shooting for, so this one's already been tested, so it's this one right over here. There we go. 75.51 would become my target to the upside. Okay, off the 15-minute, it's the same target, 75.51. Also, where would I look for a short? So on the 5-minute, I don't have anything, but on the 15-minute, I have 75.51, and actually 75.51 if I was going to look for a short, that's where I would look next. I don't even have to consider anything unless, so you'll notice the next bar there, right? So see that next bar? We've now come back down, and in the process of this rotation up, an apex formed right here on the 5-minute. Nothing on the 15-minute. So 74.59. I now need to trade underneath on 74.59. Now I want to be clear. This is closed at 8.50. It closed underneath, and it gave me a diamond algo, but it's not engulfing. I do not want to take this trade. I'm going to wait. There's no algo here that I want to take. Whether it works or not does not matter. Okay. I want to say that again. Whether it works or not does not matter.
Interesting question.
Yeah, thank you, Siri. Off. So now we're going to go to the next bar. We have our parameters up and down, right? Okay. So everyone's going to look at this and go, well, shouldn't this be a trade, right? So I'm going to point two things out. This is for room members. If you want to take this trade, it's fine. It's an apex trap and it's completely outside the channel. That is a trade for me, but I'm trying to show how to trade specifically behind these 5-minute and 15-minute bars, right? So that particular trade on this process, I would not take. Now that's an apex trap outside the channel, guys. I would take that, right? But I want to be clear. it's two separate processes, and this causes kind of a bleeding in the thought process. If I'm going with what do I want to see when I get behind the apex, I want some things very, very clear. And part of what I want is the algo to be on the two bars that are on the turn. Okay, so this is an apex trap, and it's a separate trade. So for our purposes, we don't take it, even though clearly it's profitable. Okay, for the purposes of this video. Now, when I come over here and I get the turn, this upside is still 75.51 to look for a short, right? And now on the 5-minute chart, the other place that I could possibly look for a short, oops, I'm gonna spread this out now, right here. Right, I'm just simply gonna add okay, so 75.23 and 75.51 both become my targets and my potential area for a short. Okay. Okay. Now you can see that in one bar, right? See this? I've gone behind the 75.53. I've gone, let me erase the lines here real quick. There. I've gotten behind the 75.23. I've gotten behind the 75.51. I am set up to take a short trade here, but I don't have a signal yet on this chart. Okay. No signal still. Okay. So that is not a short signal with purple bar alone, right? That is, I'm going to say that again. That is not a short signal with purple bar alone. Okay. That yellow dot down is less attractive because I wanted the whole setup to come here on the edge with being a 2-bar combo, right? So for the purposes of this study, nothing to do. Okay. So we're going to wait. We still don't have our first setup yet. Okay, now we have the potential for an apex trap here. It'd be the first apex trap after closing behind both 75.23 and 75.51. I am looking for a short, which means now that I am here, I am already putting my sell stop in using the range bar predictor, which you can't see here, but as you know, guys in the room, it's off to the right and it shows you where that bar will close if it sets up. So I want to be clear because people were confused yesterday on NQ when I took a trade. I'm already looking right over here, right? And I'm already putting the order in for a sell stop. I don't have to race to put it in. I've already put the order in for the sell stop. Okay. Now I have a star up. I'm behind the two areas. This is exciting to me. I know if I get triangle star up, triangle down, that's probably very good, right? So again, I have a sell stop in. Okay. Now I have star up, star down. Now this bar, I'm going to enter short on this 75.64 after this star up. Okay. But I know the next bar that I need is triangle down. So my stop is going to be if there's a bar up. So it'll be less than the 18 cents or 15 cents, whatever the size of that bar is. Okay. So I'm now short 75.65, and my largest stop that I will have. Here, let's just there, right click, snap to low, right click, high. So I will enter at 75.63. My stop will be 75.81. Okay, I want to say this again. 75.63 entry, stop 75.81. So that's 63.73 plus another 8 cents. So 65 or 74, excuse me, 64, 74, 63, 73, now that's right, 73 plus another 17 cents, $170 worth of risk. I'm going to type this down real quick so I can record the loss or the profit. So enter 75.63 short stop 75.81. Okay, 75.81. Okay. So now let's go see if I lost. And again, I wasn't here yesterday, so I don't actually know how it worked out, right? So here's the bar. If the next bar is up, I'm out because I need a down triangle, right? So there's 75.58. So I need 64. Let's shoot for our same 20 cents. I need 75.63. So I need 75.43 for 20 cents. There's 46. There's 40. 20 cents. Now I want to be clear. Okay. That's trade two. So let me be clear on something right here. Give me 1 second, guys. So, okay. So I want to be clear. This is two trades, right? So, okay. So I want to point something out. I apologize. I'm trying to manage multiple things at the same time. So now, two trades plus 0.20. I want to point something out. If you're trading two contracts, right? If you're trading two contracts, you made 20 cents on each. This, oops, where did it go? Sorry. This is $400. This is $400. That's $800 on the day, and you are done. Okay. At 9:30, right? You've made $800 on the day. Let's be clear. Something like $300 a day is $75,000 a year. Okay. If you average 300, this is 800 in two trades. And we haven't calculated in taking the apex trade, and we haven't calculated any kind of home run. We're going to continue this until 10:30, where I would cut this off. Okay. Between 10:30 and 11. So now, if I look at the chart, now scooting back over to the chart, right? I have an area on the 15 that now becomes important. So I'm going to keep evolving this, right? So I'm not looking for any more trades over here. I'm going to erase the lines. Put right here. 74.51. And now I'm going to go back and look on that 15. Do I have anything behind that that would give me a clue as to where to trade? And now I have 70 cents. So on the 15, I know two things from looking at this. First of all, oh, wrong bar. Doesn't matter. We're not going to trade that. But so let's just call it 77.23. The first thing I know is all of this is poorly auctioned to the left and can all get re-auctioned, right? And then on the 15, right? So now I have new areas on the 15. So I'm going to erase on the 5, excuse me. So now I'm going to erase it. And I've got two new areas. I'm going to erase this. So we keep a clean slate. Mm-hmm. Oh, home chart. There we go. And I know this is boring. Real trading is a little bit boring, right? There's no exciting music, just doing the trades, right? So now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to mark wrong chart. Dang it, that's really frustrating. Let's spread this out a little bit. You get a bit of perfectionism in me. Close enough, 75.80. I also know that my long position now will be 74.51. And I also know that on this, I've got this goal all the way up here. So now I'm going to, so this is where I'm at right now. I've just gotten my 20 cents, right? So I know my next trade is above 75.80. Now let's go bar by bar. That's not, this is just a wick behind, nothing done. And now I also have a new area right here. Okay. Now I'm behind 75.80. Oh, remember, I'm looking for the next down bar now. I'm already putting my order in. Next down bar. Not next down bar. That had to be an algo. Next down bar, all it looks short. Next down bar, all looks short. No, yes. Now I'm short, 76.13. Okay. Now, I want to point out two things. It's after 10 a.m. Central Time. My stop rate, as I've been saying in the room over and over, guys, has gone up after 10 a.m. My entry here is 76.11. I'm going to write this down after 10 a.m. Remember, I'm up $800 on the day, right? 76.11. My stop will be 76.28. 628. And that'll put my risk at 11, 21, 17 cents or $170 a contract. Okay. I will not be afraid to take my trades. Okay. Now, that's fine because this is not a star bar. I'm stopped. So now I've lost $170 or minus 17 cents times 2. I'm still up on the day. Okay. Minus 17 cents. Now, remember, that was my first trade. The only thing else available to me now is an apex trap. So I'm going to go up here. If I want to do it on the most, what I'm using here is the most stringent measure of taking a trade. Okay. So now there's nothing for me to do all the way up till 77 something, right? I want to repeat, there's nothing for me to do. Now, over here, I formed a new apex. Now I have something to do, and that something to do has to occur behind 77.61. Okay, I am putting a sell stop in. I'm reset. This is past the time I would normally take a trade. Again, I find stopping by 10 o'clock really helps, but whatever. We'll just keep going till our next trade sets up. So see that double purple? Okay, so double purple is a short sign. It's a bigger stop. You have to adjust your size. So now let's adjust. My entry is going to be 77.60. My stop is going to be 76.79 plus a penny, 80. So it's 20 cents. So now I'm risking, instead of 17 cents, 20 cents on this trade. And I'm short, or have to be short, at 77.59. So it's actually 21 cents of risk. So I'm going to write this down. 77.59. Stop. At 77, 76. 76.59. 6.59. Short stop. 76.80. 1 cents risk. Okay. Now I have to hit 59. So now I need 49.39 to get paid, which means I need to get right down here. Not stopped yet, but I still need 39. And there's your 39. Right there. I've got my 1-to-1 RR. I'm off by a penny, but close enough for hand grenades. And there's plus 20 cents. So now let's go add up the math, and that's going to conclude our CL for today. And I've shown you exactly how I want to trade it to the most stringent standard and how that would have worked out yesterday. So let's say we're plus 20. We're going to assume 2 contracts, right? 20, that's $400. Another 20, that's $800. Minus 17. 17. I'm not going to let my dyslexia throw me off. 0.7 times 2 equals minus $340. So 800 minus 340 equals 460. And then my last trade, I got another 400. That equals $860 net on the day for trades. Winners, one stop. Knew your entry, knew your exit, knew your stop settings prior. And this is without trying to get any large extension or reading the trade, just purely mechanical in and out, which, by the way, is not how I personally trade, right? I try to get a read of which way I think the market's going to go based on other factors. But my whole point is $860 on the day is and if you just average out $300 a day, that's over $75,000 a year. That is fantastic. Okay. And that was all mechanical. I didn't make any of it up, right? I didn't need any other chart. I followed a very straightforward process built off of 5-minute and 15-minute algo charts and then executed on a 6-tick Renko algo chart. Okay. All generated by Team TnP algo. Okay. That is how we work. So again, if you're watching this and you're in the public and you'd like a trial to the room, you can email me, tradeandperform@gmail.com. Okay. Ask for a 5-day free trial. The cost to the room for the algo is $279 per month. Okay. And includes access to the chat, the market preview, and the algo. Anyways, my name is Simon. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will talk to everyone later.